Yo, what's going on, guys? All right, so I'm actually making this video so I can share with you some new updates that we're going to be implementing inside of the Do-It-Yourself All Access Pass. So if anyone has access to this system, you're going to be able to have access to this. So the whole point of the post-call analysis, and I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of what's happening in post-call analysis, right? What we're doing is after a phone call, right, whether it's inbound call or outbound call, what we're doing is we're grabbing that information, we're adding the call summary, transcript, and audio into custom fields, and then we're grabbing the call summary and transcript and we're analyzing it, and we're using that information to send a message to the client or the contact, right? Whether they booked an appointment or whatever happened on the call, the AI or ChatGPT is going to analyze the conversation and then be able to determine what kind of message we're going to send them after the phone call. So if they booked an appointment, it's going to analyze the conversation and send them the confirmation message right after the phone call. Now, the next step is, you guys already have that. The next step is where we're sending the business, either yourself or your clients, this can be used for your clients as well, an internal notification about what happened during the conversation, right? So it could be very, very specific information that can be extracted for the client. So instead of having 20 million branches, right, with tags and all this stuff, if else, if this happened, send this, if that happened, no, none of that. We're using ChatGPT to analyze the conversation, and we're giving it specific instructions on what kind of information we want it to extract from the conversation, right? And then we're given it instructions on what kind of output we want sent out in the internal notification, right? And that output could be, important information you need to understand. It's going to be different for every industry because everyone has different qualification processes. Everyone has different conversation flows. So the information, the prompt is going to be it's going to be different for everyone, I guess you can say. So I'm giving you a framework that you can actually grab and easily structure it towards your industry and what your needs are, or your clients' needs are, because you can use this for your clients as well to make it as hands-free as possible. So we're basically extracting key points, right, from the conversation. So what was the outcome of the conversation, right? If there's a qualification process, what's the questions and what are the responses to those questions that were asked, right? If they're not interested, what was the reason why they're not interested, right? You can have the AI. You can prompt the AI to ask, okay, that's not a problem that you're not interested at the moment. You're not interested to book an appointment. If you don't mind me asking, why, what's the reason behind it, right? Whatever it is. And whatever the response was, you can have this ChatGPT function extract that information, right? So now it just makes it so much easier to send either one email or even one SMS message or WhatsApp message, whatever you want to do, send it over to your client as an internal notification. Super, super simple, super clean. So I'm going to actually give you guys an example of how it works. I'm going to actually have an AI call me, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when it actually sends you an email, an email internal notification about the conversation. All right. Let me just have AI call me. I'm going to call it.
Hi, am I speaking with Esteban? This is Book your spot. I'll just ask a couple of quick questions to make sure we match you with the right coach. First up, what type of business or expertise do you have, or are you hoping to build?
Well, I'm actually a fitness trainer. I don't own a business. I just work for a gym.
Thanks for sharing that, Esteban. So you're a fitness trainer working for a gym right now, and you don't have your own business yet. Are you looking to start your own thing online, or are you just exploring what's possible at this stage?
Well, I'm looking to start. I'm looking to see what's possible, and I'm looking to get started with maybe some sort of online product.
That makes total sense. Exploring your options and seeing what's possible is a smart move. especially if you're thinking about building something online. Have you ever worked with paying clients on your own outside of the gym? Or would this be your first time trying to get clients independently?
Well, I haven't worked with anyone outside of the gym. This is going to be my first time, actually.
Got it. So all your experience so far has been through the gym and you haven't taken on clients independently yet. What would you say is your biggest challenge right now when it comes to building or growing something online?
Well, honestly, clarity. I really don't know where to start.
Thanks for being real about that, Esteban. Clarity is the biggest hurdle for a lot of people when they are just getting started online. Just to confirm, are you the one making decisions about your next step? Or is there anyone else involved in what you do career-wise?
I would be the one making the decision.
Perfect. Thanks for confirming that. Now that I have a sense of where you're at, let's talk about your goals and what kind of support might fit best. Are you actively looking to invest in a done-for-you solution to get your online business started? Or are you more interested in exploring entry-level support to build a solid foundation first?
No, honestly, I'm looking to explore.
Before I lock in your appointment, could you let me know what city or time zone you're in? That way I can offer you the best time slots that fit your schedule.
Sure, I'm in New York Eastern Time. If we check out the execution log over here, right, you can see that. Let me just check the time. Yep, removed. Internal notification should have been sent. So if we actually come to my email, right, we can see right here, the new email came in, and you can see literally the outbound call data. Summary of the call with Esteban Lopez, right? Client information, right? Summary. During the call, Esteban Lopez, a fish trainer, experienced interest in starting an online business and was particularly interested in a brand and offer builder program offered by Freedom Builders. Esteban successfully scheduled strategy call for Friday, June 6th, 4 p.m. Eastern. The call will be conducted online, and confirmation email with details and meeting link has been sent. Esteban's response to qualification questions. Current role, fitness trainer working for a gym without prior independent client experience. Business goals, interested in exploring options to start an online business and develop an online product. Decision making. Esteban is the sole decision maker regarding his career steps. Challenges, lacks clarity on where to start with building an online presence. Specific questions about Esteban. Esteban inquired about how brand and offer builder program works, right? The overall outcome, the appointment for the strategy call was confirmed for June 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Esteban has advised to review the private bonus. Esteban was advised to review the private bonus training video before the call to maximize the session's benefits. Conversation concluded positively, with Esteban looking forward to connecting with the team to explore his next steps in building an online business, right? So very valuable if you have clients and you want to make it as hands-free as possible. This is something that you must have, right? It's super valuable, and not only for your clients, for yourself as well. You know, if you want to have more information on what's going on the call, you can literally get it emailed to yourself, or have it text you, have it send you a text message notification, and that's it, right? Super valuable. This is something that I'm building out for a client at the moment. It's not completed yet, but I just want you to understand, right, the importance of building out the prompt before setting this up for your clients, right? Because once you have a structured conversation flow, right, and once you have a conversation going and it's finalized, you're happy with the results, you're happy with the conversation that's happened, the conversation it's having, then what you can do is listen to the conversation, or you can actually, proofread the prompt and analyze it and know, okay, cool, these are key components, key things that I need to know, and I would like to send either myself or send my clients. That way they have everything they need to know before a sales call, right? Everything, like you can literally see in that email, right? I have everything I need to know about this contact or about this lead before a phone call, before our call together, right? If they booked an appointment, I know everything I need to know about him. I know what the qualification, where he stands, right? If he's a decision maker, right? Where his role is, his business goals, his challenges. I know everything I need to know to get on the call with him, and specifically talk about what he wants, right? We don't need to go over 20 million things that he doesn't need or doesn't want. We're focusing on what his needs are. And then that's what we're gonna talk about on the phone call. Or excuse me, on the actual Zoom call or Google meeting call. But yeah, man. So this is something that I'm gonna be updating. I'll have it ready by Thursday. Thursday, June 5th, I think it is. I'll have it ready by then. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a Loom video and I'm gonna share it inside of the document. I'm gonna make a separate tab and go over how to add this ChatGPT action inside post call analysis, and I'm gonna share the actual prompt that I'm using to get this output. Right, and then the internal notification can literally be whatever you want. It's as simple as adding this. That's it. Because we're extracting the information using ChatGPT, and we're using ChatGPT to spit out what we wanted to send. All right, super simple and valuable. All right, so if you're watching this video and you haven't actually pulled the trigger on the do-it-yourself all access pass, well, I don't know what you're waiting for. No one's gonna walk up to you, hold you by the hand, hug you, and tell you that it's gonna be okay, and walk you down the path of entrepreneurship, right? And if you fall, pick you up. No one's gonna do that for you. Only you can make that decision. And if you're letting fear take over your life, well, then you might as well not even start, right? Because when you start a business, well, you're gonna have moments where you make mistakes. You're gonna have moments where you're gonna fail. But the only way that you actually find success is actually getting your ass back up and continuing moving forward, no matter what the outcome is. Keep moving forward, right? Even if you make mistakes, even if it doesn't work out that great, even if you get your first client and by a month or two, they disappear because they don't want to work with you anymore. It's going to happen, guys, right? It might not happen to everyone, but that's just the reality. We're probably going to get on a bunch of calls and, well, guess what? Maybe out of 100 calls, 99 of them are going to say no. Maybe that 100th person that you get on the call with is going to be the one you close. It's going to be different for everyone, right? Everyone has a different experience level. But what separates winners from the losers is your ability to continue moving forward no matter what happens. I spent 2 years when I first started my business, not even in the AI space, in the digital space, with getting 0 results, making no money. I spent thousands of dollars, right? And I'm not going to say wasted, because to me, it wasn't a waste of money, because I learned from those mistakes. I've learned from all the tools that I've purchased in the past. And that's what helped me gain that experience. When AI came into the picture, I was able to use that and build a system that was AI driven, with the experience I already had in marketing, with the experience I had in go high level, in funnel building, in offers, in positioning. I was able to use that experience that I learned in the past that took me 2 years, guys. 2 years. I used that and I was able to build a system using AI and offer this to clients. And finally, I was actually able to start making money. But the reason why I got to that point, the reason why I started making money, was because I didn't stop. 99% of you are going to stop after your first month. Probably 2 months, 3 months, maybe 5 or 6 months. A lot of you won't be able to stand not winning instantly. A lot of you are going to give up. A lot of you are going to lose that excitement. But the people that continue moving forward, even when things aren't as excited as you thought it was going to be, even after hundreds of losses, even after failing, even after it doesn't work out for you, right? The people that continue moving forward and try to continue building are the people that are going to get the results, right? It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is how much effort you put into it. What matters is showing up every single day. That's what matters. That's what's going to get you the results. That's what's going to build success. That's what's going to get you from working a 9 to 5 to quitting to living your dream lifestyle that you want. But if you don't make a decision, it doesn't matter if you buy my system. I'm not pushing you to buy my system. If you want to buy my system, awesome. But if you don't, let's say you find somebody else and you buy another system, cool. Get started. Stop overthinking it. Stop trying to wait for perfect. It doesn't exist. Just get started. That's it, right? So I just wanted to leave off with that note. I hope a lot of you actually get up off your couch and actually start making moves. I'm here to help. Want to see people win. But if you're not willing to put in the work, I don't know what to tell you. There's only so much you can do to help people. And if you're not willing to help yourself, then you might as well continue working your 9 to 5 and not making money. That's it. All right, guys. That's it for me. That's it for my rant. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.